Hi, this is Steve. I want to show you how easy it is to get started with your client profile. Client profile is going to form the foundation of your application, but we're just getting the basics today. So on my landing page, you'll see a tab that says Get Started. Please click that. It will lead you to this screen where you choose the second option. I'm actively looking for a home. Just push through by pressing continue. This shows you my contact info, including my cell. If questions come up as you're going through this, please don't hesitate calling me. So we start out by entering your name as it usually appears on legal documents. Most clients use their first name, their middle initial, and their last name, but it's all up to you. Please enter the best phone number at which I can reach you. Most clients use their cell number, but again, that's all up to you. Select the marital status that is applicable. If you are active military or retired, please change the next box to yes. Otherwise, leave it at no. Continue forward. Please enter your current address. Please click that you have read and agree to terms of use and press continue. It's important here that you choose a password that you will easily remember, as you will have to use this password to go back and make updates to this client profile. Here you want to show us what type of transaction we are doing together. Here we are showing a purchase transaction with no co-borrower. Under property type, this is where you show whether you're looking to purchase a single-family home, a condominium, or a townhouse. Again, if you're not sure, it's okay. Press any one. You are not painted into a corner on this. We can change this as the application evolves. Next box is about property use. Here, the three choices are primary residence, where you plan to live, a vacation home, or a property you will be buying to rent out. Next, please select the county in which you suspect you will be buying. Again, this is flexible. For example, if you don't know if you're going to be buying in Fairfax or Loudoun counties, put in either and push forward. Under purchase price, here I strongly recommend that you give yourself a little headroom. Let's say you're looking in the $500,000 to $600,000 range, but you think you might have to go a little higher. Err on the high side, give yourself another $50,000 room. For down payment, again, this is just an estimate. This is not your official application. Here I'm going to select 20% down, but we have programs where you can get in with as little as 3% down. In some areas, we can even do loans at 0 down. The next box asks if any part of the down payment is a gift. If you're getting a gift from family, change that box to yes, otherwise leave it at no, and we will push forward. You can skip the tabs on how much you can afford or what is considered a gift. Then press continue. Now here, if you are already working with a real estate agent, please put their information in the next box. If you would like our help in selecting a realtor, we would be pleased to give you a list of realtors who have proven themselves to us over time for you to interview. Now here's the important information for your 3-bureau credit pull. Please put in your Social Security number and your date of birth. Next screen gives you a chance to review and confirm the information you've entered so far. Here I'm just going to press continue. Now we're going to ask you about where you have your down payment monies. We're going to skip through this because you and I are going to cover that by phone. So just press I don't have any assets. Now we want to know more about your income and your employment the previous 2 years. So I press start this section. Here on the income screen, we're looking to find out what kind of income you're deriving. Key part is we want to see if you are self-employed or if you are employed by another. If you're employed by another, press employment. If you're self-employed, please press the 7th box. Well, again, we'll get into specifics later. We just want to get your basics now. I pressed employment. Employer address and phone number would be helpful. Please know we are not going to contact them until the final stages of your loan and only if you authorize that. It is important to put your start date down because we have to collect data for the last 2 years. You need not be specific on job title. Years in profession can simply be an estimate. Next section, pay type is important. We want to see if you are a salaried or hourly employee. Next box, we look at your base salary. If you're paid overtime, bonus, or commission, you can enter that, but again, these are not our final numbers. It's fine if you just skip through that and press add income. Next income screen allows us to see if we are to use income beyond your salary. So I'm just going to press no, continue. Next session, tell us about your real estate. If you own your current home, press yes. This is going to be your first home purchase, press no. I'm going to press no here. The next section, we're trying to find out about any financial circumstances we need to know about. Have you declared bankruptcy? Have you been foreclosed upon? Again, this information isn't that important. If you can answer simply at this point, that's great. Otherwise, just press continue and we'll move forward. Here we want to see if you're a U.S. citizen, resident alien, or other. I'm going to press U.S. citizen. If you're other, we'll talk through that. You need not be a U.S. citizen to get a mortgage. In this next section, we ask you for some of your demographic information. This is for regulatory reasons. For all the right reasons, our government wants to make sure that mortgage banks and mortgage firms are treating everyone fairly. So you can go into things like gender, or you can just fill in the box, I do not wish to provide this information, and move on. It's all up to you. Same on ethnicity. You can either share that with us or press, I do not wish to provide, and move on. Similarly, the next screen asks about what races you identify with. You can make your choice or just press, I do not wish to provide this information. The next screen allows you to review and confirm the information you previously entered, then press continue. We're almost done. This screen just asks you for how long you have lived at your current address and whether you rent or own that property. If you're renting, put in your monthly rent. We're not going to call your landlord, so you need not fill in that information. Again, please note that if you have been at your current address less than 2 years, we need to collect the information on your previous address. We need 2 years history of both residence and employment. Next screen is important. It asks if you have owned property the last 3 years. We want to see if you are eligible for any first-time buyer programs. Here I'm going to show that no, I have not owned property in the last 3 years. If you have worked for your current employer for less than 2 years, we need the employment information for your previous employer. Next screen, what is the highest level of education you have completed? Again, this is for regulatory reasons. Doesn't matter if you've got some high school or a doctoral degree, it does not impact your eligibility. How many dependents do you have? Here we're asking you how many children you claim on your tax return. Here I will press 3 and I will put in their ages. We now have another opportunity to review and confirm what we've already entered. I press continue. Let's review your application and get ready for submission. I press start this section. I see the information I have entered so far. Again, remember, this need not be complete. This is not your final application. Press continue. Now we get to the screen we've been waiting for, review and submit application. When you click submit, you authorize us to obtain a copy of your credit report. Once we get that report, I will call you, we will review it together, and we will see if there are opportunities to raise your credit score, bringing down your interest rate. So once we've reached this point, please click submit, and we're ready for the next steps. Thank you.